Hello guys! Today I'd like to show you my updated pure Shaddoll triple Winda deck, and yeah, this updated version is better against Emancipator and also Eldlich. And yeah, let's start. We're obviously playing three Wendy. Wendy is the best card of the deck. It made a Shaddoll comeback and is just the best card. Then Squamata. Squamata is able to dump Wendy, so we basically have 6 Wendy. And it can also dump every other Shaddoll, whatever you need right now. So yeah, Squamata is really good. And also we're playing 3 Hedgehog. Hedgehog is a bit tricky. It's part of the main combo, but not a combo starter. So it's a bit hard to play with it, but it's overall one of the best Shaddoll because it searches you another one. Yeah, that's why we are also playing 3 of it. And then for the one-off Shaddolls, I'm playing one Falco. Falco is also part of the main triple Winda combo, so we need him, and it's overall a pretty good Shaddoll. Then also one Dragon. Dragon just shoots spell traps, sometimes you need it to shoot a floodgate. And one Beast, yeah, it's the best target to special summon in the next turn. When you have Wendy again in the opponent's turn, you can just special summon the Beast, because if they attack him, you can draw 2 and stuff like that. But if they don't, you can flip it up next turn. So this one is pretty valuable to have. Only one, but because you just don't want to draw him because he's not part of the main combo. And which one? This one is part of the main combo. It's the Ariel. You could bump this up to 2 because banishing from the graveyard is pretty relevant right now. Because against Eldritch it's pretty strong, and also against stuff like Orcust. Yeah, sometimes it's good to play 2. Then for our normal summons, I decided to play 3 Mathematician. I think this is overall one of the best normal summons you could play in this deck. I think it's better than Alistair because Alistair can only search you out a fusion card. This one can also search you out light targets. And yeah, it can also give you the Shaddolls. But it can't give you a fusion. It can only give you a setup for the Anaconda. I'm also playing a fourth norm summon. It's a Gale Dogra. Before I played 3 of those, but now I'm only playing 1 because it costs you a lot of life points, and you also really just want to use him once because it's a lot of life points, 3000, and also I'm also only playing 1 Shaddoll Epcalone, so yeah, that's why I'm only playing 1. Then for your light targets, I swapped out the Nibiru's for 3 of the light kaijus, because I don't think Nibiru is that good right now, because it doesn't do a lot against Eldritch, and also an Emancipator can easily counter Nibiru if they excavate their negates. So yeah, I think it's better to play the kaiju. Then I'm playing 1 Corobane. This is just a follow-up if they ash you and then you can't do anything, but you will have 2 monsters to go into the Anaconda. So I think Corobane is worth it because you can also search it with Light Stage. Then this time I decided to play 2 Trick Clown because it's just one of the best cards to use for the construct. So yeah, I think 2 Trick Clown is pretty good. It's also pretty good if you draw it. But this one also helps you to go into Anaconda with Mathematician, and if you draw one, you can't really dump him with Mathematician anymore. So yeah, that's why I'm playing 2, to always be able to go into the Cobra with Mathematician. The last light target is the Electromagnetic Turtle. This one is pretty great because it skips the opponent's battle phase, so they can't run over your Winda and give you basically a free turn. And this one can also be searched out with the Union Carrier. And that's why I'm also playing the Ibli. This one can also be searched out with the Union Carrier equipped, and then in the opponent's turn can be specialed. So yeah, this helps against evenly matched. I will show you the combo later. Alright, for the spell cards, your most important cards are obviously the fusions. So you play 3 of each. They both serve another purpose. This one is better if you draw it going first. This one is better if you draw it going second, obviously. But they're both really good. You need to you really want to see one of those cards to combo off. But if you don't, that's why I'm also playing a normal poly. You could also up this, but I think the ceiling is a bit lower if you play with the normal poly. That's why I decided to play only one normal poly and some other cards. Yeah. Also one Foolish, just one of the best cards, extenders, whatever, searcher. This one is really good in this deck. And then also one Italy. Yeah, this one helps you to get to a fourth copy of your Wendy. So yeah, why don't play it? And it also is an extender if you get hand trapped, so you can go into the Anaconda. And also Light Stage to search out the Corobane. And then to Super Poly, this one is pretty great, going first, going second, and I decided to bump this up to 2 because it helps to just fusion summon the Eldritch Lord into a construct. So yeah, this card is really helpful. And you also, I'm also playing the Shekinaga to interrupt the opponent if they play Adamantipator. And for the trap cards, 2 Shaddoll Incarnation and 1 Shaddoll Core. This one is, you need both in your triple Winda combo, and this one core just helps you to get the spell or trap cards, the Shaddoll spell trap cards back to your hand. So this one is a pretty useful card. Okay, now for the extra deck. Obviously, 3 El Shaddoll Construct. You cycle through all 3 of those in the first turn combo, so you really need to play 3. Then 3 Winda. It's just to have some fusion cards in your deck left. You will need 2 of those for your combo, but to have another one is always pretty good to have follow-up for the next turn. And also 1 Shekinaga, you can use this with Super Poly, and it's overall a pretty good card because its effect is really strong to negate the effects of special summoned monsters. So yeah, and you also have a lot of Earth targets if they don't play Adamantipator. And 1 Epcalone. Yeah, you could also bump this up to 2 to just have more fusions, but this extra deck is pretty tight and I wanted to play some other stuff. That's why I'm only playing 1, and yeah, this one is also for the Gale Dogra to dump. Then we're only playing 1 XYZ, it's the Abyss Dweller. Yeah, the triple Winda card is the triple Winda board is basically good against every single deck, but not the Eldritch deck. That's why you should play the Abyss Dweller and have a really... Your combo is way worse than the normal triple Winda combo. You won't have as much follow-up and stuff like that, but you will have the Abyss Dweller to stop out the Eldritch, and also 1 Winda, I think. Yeah, that's... Well, you only have to build this against Eldritch. Against the other decks, the triple Winda combo is always better. Then for the links, Borosword for the auto case, I had enough space for that. Then the Cross Sheep, it's part of your main combo, and it's just the best link monster in this deck, next to Worthy Anaconda, which just gives you everything you need in this deck. And then the Shaddoll Construct, it's also part of your combo, and it's a fusion more, it's one more fusion that you can use, so I think this card is pretty great. And also the 2 new cards, Union Carrier and Link Cross. Yeah, the good thing in this deck is you can just fuse your Union Carrier. You can't link the Union Carrier, but it's a light, you can fuse it into a construct or whatever you want. And also Link Cross, you know, it gives you tokens that can't be linked with, and you can also you also can't use tokens for an XYZ summon. So what can you do with tokens? Yeah, you can maybe tribute them for a ritual summon, but basically there are two things left you can do. You could synchro summon, which a lot of the decks do, or you could also fuse those tokens, and we are using those light tokens to fuse some constructs in the combo. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna show you after the side deck. Okay, now for the side deck, it's obviously up to personal preferences, but I think this is what you should play. I decided to play 3 Sphere Mode because this deck can also combo off without your normal summon, but Sphere Mode is pretty important because it basically is one card that can break basically every monster board, so I think it's important to play the Sphere Mode, because you can't really afford to side a lot of cards because you can't combo then anymore, so you really have those high impact cards, which is also this one, Dark Ruler No More. It also can break boards easily like the Sphere Mode, And this one is even better because they will keep their extra deck monsters, so you can use your Shaddoll Fusion to the full potential. Also 3 Lightning Storm and 3 Evenly Matched for the back row hate, and I think this one is slightly better, this format, because it just banishes the stuff and this hurts elderly a lot. And for your own protection, 3 Solemn Judgment. Yeah, if you know game 3 that you go first or whatever, or game 2 that you go first, just go for the Judgment. It helps you against Evenly Matched and whatever tries to out your Windas. Okay guys, now for the triple Winda combo with protection from Evenly, you will have to have a way to get Wendy, a normal summon, a way to get to a light monster, and also a Shaddoll Fusion card. Alright, you're going to start by normal summoning the Mathematician. Mathematician will dump the Trick Clown. The Trick Clown will trigger in the graveyard and special summon itself. So you now have the light target. Then use the Shaddoll Fusion and also the Wendy or the Skomata if you have it, and then you can dump the Wendy. Those go to the graveyard, and you will summon the first construct. Then use the effect of Construct and also Wendy. Wendy will special summon you the Ariel and face down defense position, and Construct will dump the Shaddoll Incarnation to your graveyard. Then you will link the Mathematician and the Construct away for a cross sheep. Then the Construct will trigger and give you back the Shaddoll Fusion. Now use the effect of Shaddoll Incarnation in your graveyard, banish it, and also banish as cost the Construct. Then flip the Ariel. Ariel will use its effect to special summon back from the banished pile a Shaddoll monster, which is Construct. Then special summon Construct in a zone the cross sheep points to. Then cross sheep and also Construct will trigger. Make Construct 1 and chain it to cross sheep. Cross sheep will special summon back the Wendy, and Construct will send to the graveyard the other fusion you haven't used. If you started with the Shaddoll Fusion, now you will have to add the Shaddoll Fusion. Yeah, you won't add it, you have to lay it into the graveyard. Then use Wendy and Ariel for a link summon, and you will go into Shaddoll Construct. Alright, now you will link off the cross sheep into a link cross. Then use the effect of link cross to special summon 2 tokens. Those are light and cybers, so perfect for your construct. Then use the effect for Shaddoll Construct to fuse a token and also the other construct into, who guessed it, another construct. And then add back with the construct in the grave, the Shaddoll Fusion. Do this as chain link 2. And then with Shaddoll Construct, lay into the grave the Hedgehog. And Hedgehog will add to your hand the Shaddoll Falco. Then you reuse the Shaddoll Fusion. This one is the unused fusion spell, to fuse the other token and also the Falco from your hand into yet another construct. Then the Falco will trigger and also the construct will trigger. Falco channeling 2, it will set itself, and the construct will lay into the grave the Shaddoll Incarnation, the other one. Then use the Shaddoll Construct and also the Shaddoll Construct and link them away into a Union Carrier. You will use the effect, the grave effect of Shaddoll Construct to add back the Shaddoll Incarnation. Then use the grave effect of Shaddoll Construct, dump the Shaddoll Incarnation back to the graveyard and special summon back the Shaddoll Construct. Then link the Link Cross and also the Shaddoll Construct to the graveyard and get the Worthy Anaconda. Then use the effect of Union Carrier to now attach either the Electromagnetic Turtle or the Ibli to the Anaconda or the Construct. Because you have those two options. Sometimes it's better to go Ibli to prevent the evenly matched, or if you know it's game 1 and you don't want to show them that you can prevent evenly from going off, you just go for the turtle and they can't OTK you. Or sometimes it's better to go for the Ibli because if Ibli is on the field, they, for example, can't summon the Elderly Lord because they can only summon link monsters if they have the Ibli. So yeah, you just have options there and can look what you want. If you want to be protected from battle, go with the turtle. If you want to be safe from evenly and also from special summoning that are not linked monsters, you can go for the Ibli. But you need to be careful. Sometimes Ibli also enables your opponent to do stuff. Yeah. So in this case, we are going for the Ibli. You just attach it to the Anaconda, and then you use the effect of Anaconda to target the unit carrier so it will get dark. And then you use the other effect of Anaconda to fuse the unit carrier and also the construct. And you will have to pay a cost and lay another fusion spell into the grave for another Winda. And then you can also use the grave effect of construct to give you back Shaddoll Incarnation to your hand. Now you will have Shaddoll Fusion and also Shaddoll Incarnation in your hand. You can set those two cards, and then if it's your opponent's turn, so let's say they have evenly and they want to go into the battle phase, say, okay, in the battle phase I want to do something. You use the Shaddoll Fusion, you're fusion summoning Word Anaconda and Winda into another Winda, then the effect of then Ibli will go to the grave and its effect will trigger and it will special summon itself to the opponent's field, so they can't use evenly anymore. Yeah, and also can't use Lightning Storm, that's also pretty good, and can't summon the Eldritch Golden Lord. So I think Ibli is a pretty good card to use in this deck, and thank you guys for watching, and I hope you liked my content and stay tuned for more content. I will also make a live duel, a remote duel I guess, with this deck, so stay tuned. Bye bye guys.